Thanks for joining me. My name is Jocelyn Donovan. I'm the CPNP for Niwasakandasswinteg, and this is our series on making keepsake box for baby. So this is our third month, and this month we are sewing a little pouch to be used for baby's first haircut. So that might be when they're 7 if you're doing the hair cutting ceremony, or it could be earlier, it could be later, and if you don't plan to ever cut their hair, you can use it for their first tooth that they lose or something else, a different memory that you have. Now, if you've never sewn before, this is a great first little project. It's very simple, very forgiving. I am not a great sewer. I really am not. My mother taught me when I was a kid. It was never a big interest of mine, but it is a good skill to have, and everyone should know how to sew something very simple like this. You can watch me sew up mine to see how to do it, and I'll include some instructions as we go, and I hope you enjoy. So here we have everything you need to get started. There's your needle that's already threaded, your fabric with the bad side out, ribbon, scissors, thread. Everything here will be included in your kit except the scissors. Here's a pouch that I already finished. I did a practice one before making this video. So it's just a simple little pouch with a drawstring, ribbon, so you can put a hair tie inside. The first thing we're going to do is take that safety pin out and fold over about 1 inch of fabric from one side of your 2 pieces of fabric, and then fold the other one back as well. That was going to be where your ribbon goes. So you're going to take your safety pin and pin this together to keep it together while you're sewing up the rest. Once you have your safety pin secured, you're going to thread your needle and tie a knot at the end of it. So I use the 2 sides of the string together and tie a knot at the end so the string will stick in the fabric. And it's time to get sewing. So you're not going to sew up the part you folded. Do not go in that part, go right underneath it. And you're going to sew a straight line all the way down the 3 sides of your pouch. You're just making very basic stitches, leaving about 2 millimeters between them. The smaller and more even your stitches, the better your pouch will be. But don't worry if you're just a beginner and they're a little zigzaggy or a little crooked. Your pouch might not be completely perfect, but it will still work. Let's speed this up a little bit now, so you don't have to watch me make every single stitch. You're just going to sew up all of one side, then all of the bottom, and all of the next side. But again, don't want to touch those folded pieces yet. And there's one side all sewn up. So you see they're just straight line of stitches going down. And now you're going to do the other 2 sides. So you have pretty much made a pouch now. You see all 3 sides are sewn up. We'll tie a knot at the end of this string so the stitches don't come out, and then it's time to work on the ribbon part. So that is the most difficult part of this project, but I'll show you as slowly as I can so we can do it together. So you'll need to thread your needle again. Sometimes it takes a few tries, and it helps if you make the thread a little bit moist. I put it in my mouth so it's a little bit moist and it goes through the hole a little bit more easily. There, got it. Now pull it through and tie a knot at the end. So remove your safety pin, and we're going to sew up the part for the ribbon. So you don't want to close that hole, you just want to sew down the flap. So leave that part open and just sew along the bottom. So again, just a nice straight line of stitches all the way across. Now you've done that side, tie a knot in the string and snip it off, and now it's time to do the other side the same way. So now you're mostly done, and there's just one part left that's a bit finicky. So if you don't want to do this next part, that's fine. It's not essential for making a pouch, it just makes it a little bit prettier. So now I've turned it inside out, you feel free to do the same. And now I'm just going to sew down these little ends of the ribbon part. You see that's a bit crooked there, that's alright. So this part is just frayed, so you want to tuck it in, and you're going to sew all around that hole to make it a nice edge. So we're not sewing it shut, we're just sewing it all around the edge to give it a nice edge instead of that frayed edge. So put your needle in and sew all around the hole, and you're going to do that on both sides, so all 4 of them. Once you've sewn up the holes, you might want to add a few stitches to keep the top of the pouch together. So I just put a few stitches down underneath the holes for the ribbon to keep this bag looking a little bit more sturdy. And then when you're tying the knot for the end, you can go up through just one piece of fabric. So you can try to tie that knot on the inside and tuck that string in so you can't see it. And also you can snip the string to be very short too. And then you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. all done sewing. We did it. We sewed up a pouch. Now the last part is to put in the ribbon. The first step is to make sure you have enough ribbon. So see how I fold it over, make sure, oh yeah, that should be enough ribbon to go through the holes. Now you're going to take that safety pin and you're going to attach it to the end of the ribbon. Now put that safety pin in one of your holes and push it all the way through. This is why we use the safety pin. It'd be a lot harder to try to push ribbon through this hole. I'll get it all the way through, and now go into another hole. There you go. And there you have it. The ribbon went all the way through. Now you can remove the safety pin, tie up the two ends, and voila, you've made yourself a pouch. See, not that hard. I tied knots at the end of the ribbon so they wouldn't fray, and then cut the ends. It really wasn't that hard, and now you've learned a new skill. Or if you were already an experienced sewer, I'm sure you got this done in no time, and now you have a lovely little pouch for baby's first haircut. And there you go. That's how I sewed up this pouch. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Monday to Friday, I'm in the office from 8:30 to 2:30. So if you ever wanted to do a video call, or, you know, we can text or talk on Facebook Messenger. If you have any questions about how to do your pouch, I would be happy to help you out. So please reach out if you have any questions. All right, thanks again. See you next time.